Hello everybody, this is JD and I'm doing this video for some of my supporters out there because they asked me to do it. They don't remember me doing the original. But back in November of 2008, I had announced that I had registered with the Federal Election Commission for the presidential candidacy of the election of 2012. Yes, I am a presidential candidate, but I strongly need a positive vice president. I am very serious. And we can actually see a lot of the results of what happened when we ran in 2008. Though I lost and came in third place with over 8,700,000 write-in votes, and yes, I did win 2 electoral delegates in a state, my votes were discarded. But I was the spoiler that caused some major things to happen. By us being in the presidential election of 2008, we caused maybe an upset, you could call it. But I'm glad we did it because it needed to be done. What happened is that because I got so many votes as a write-in, they figured most of my votes would have went to McCain, and Obama won. Well, if McCain would have won, this nation would still be asleep. They would not see the truth of the horror of the political parties and our news media. But because Obama won, we got to see in 2 years' time the true nature of socialism and the Democratic Party, and how they completely ignore the people of the United States. Like one very prominent Democrat once said, "Don't worry about what the people say or the people want. We're going to do it anyway. They'll like it in the end, whether they like it or not." That's what our politicians in Washington truly believe. So for 2 years, our nation was under the quote-unquote puppet Obama Democratic Party dictatorship. And yes, I'm proud of that, because it woke up a lot of sleeping Americans who thought that, oh, our party is okay, I'll just go with the party, or I'm not worried about, I'll just vote for whoever. And that's what you usually do. And if McCain would have won, you would continue doing it. Instead, we have a new word, Tea Party. But yet, the Republicans and Democrats do not understand what happened. Look at what they're saying. The people who were Tea Party candidates said, no, this is not what we're going to do. The Republican says, well, we got to go meet them like, and the Democrats just say, oh, you're only letting the Tea Party run. No. The Tea Party is the voice of the people. They woke up only because, yes, JD ran in 2008, was a spoiler, and caused the incompetent Obama and the Democratic dictators to take over our country for 2 years. So we got the taste, a very bitter taste of quote-unquote change. Let's talk about this change a little bit. One, we went from Republicans to Democrats. Complete Democrats in everything. Oh, that was bitter, wasn't it? That was a very sweet thing to swallow. How the dictatorship of the Democrat Party, who do not listen at all to the American people. I am the People's Party. Why? Because they aren't. They are a socialist party of the unions and nothing more. They care nothing for the individual people. They only care for money. And like Union said, they are not powerful because of people. They are powerful because of money. And then let's talk about some more change. Obama, about war. And Democrat Party, no, war. But Obama got in and we did get change about war. We went from 2 wars to now 3. Today I was wondering, does people who go in the military now get a National Defense ribbon with 2 stars already on it? Because see, when you join and our country's at war, you get a star. But we have the Iraqi war, we have the Afghanistan war, and now we have the Libyan conflict. Oh, by the way, just to give you an idea, the Libyan conflict is similar to another conflict we were involved in and how it started. It is called the Vietnam conflict. Except for we got dragged into Vietnam because of France. Hey, wait a minute. That sounds familiar again. We better get in there and do a job right or get out. It isn't going to work halfway. Vietnam taught us that. Obama learned from something that you were too young to even have any idea what it was about. Anyway, you probably didn't care anyway. Now, what is this video about? Not change. Not about one Republican Party against the Democrat Party. As you can see, we are now in typical party politics. Republicans say one thing, Democrats say, and it stops. Government may even shut down. No, it isn't. It's stopping. It's had a turning point. That's what it is. If I was president, I'd say, okay, go ahead, shut down the government. But when it comes time for the government to shut down, you better have your pillows with you in the House or Senate, because I am sequestering you until you get the budget done. And I don't want a budget for a week or 2 weeks. I want a budget for the year, till October. If you guys are unable to do that, then maybe you ought to go home and give up and let someone be elected who can do the job of what the people want. No, we're not about change. The Constitutionist Party is not a political party. You always hear me refer to it as a Constitutionist Party. It's a party for the people and the Constitution. It has no political goals or ideals except for to protect the people and to protect the Constitution of the United States of America. It believes in small government. It believes that the income tax is a flawed, unethical addition to the amendments, just like the alcohol amendment. It needs to be removed. But because we are constitutionalists, we will support the Constitution as it is written. Though we may disagree with parts of it, we will strongly support the Constitution as it is written. So what does that mean? The Constitutionist Party and I are actual, real, serious presidential candidates for the election of 2012. And our goal is to win this time. But at the same time, to get the people who don't vote to understand how important your vote is. By you not voting, you give the federal government your full approval of all the things it has been doing. That's how important your vote is. They're counting on you not voting. Each and every one of you that don't vote, they go, whew, we got that one won. We got that person turned over to do the things we want. They agree totally because they're not saying a word against it. And the independents to stop believing the media. Look, the media has already started in Obama with his lies. First serious candidate. Yeah. November 19, 2010, Obama registered with the Federal Election Commission. Then and only then did he become a serious candidate. November 12th, 2008, JD registered with the Federal Election Commission. Then and only then did I become a serious presidential candidate. Is Obama actually the first? Go to the Federal Election Commission and see what number he's got. He's not number one. I believe that I did get it, but I'm not sure. I gave you a link to check me out on. Truth is, yes, people, I am a presidential candidate, and we are not going to stop until two things happen. One, we get elected, and two, almost everybody in this country votes. It's important. And that the people of this nation is heard in Congress. It's not Tea Party, it's not Republican Party, it is not Democrat Party. It is the people that need to be heard. Not yet. It's not there yet. It is started, but it's not there yet. That's why I say Ron Paul and Rand Paul, do this country a favor. Stay where you are. You're needed more in Congress. Don't you understand? Congress runs the country. The president only leads. Your vote gone in Congress takes away that you say you hold dear. When you get out of Congress, that you hold, the way the government should be, is gone. Because Congress decides what the government should be, not the president. He only provides direction. Every veto can be overruled by Congress, the House and Senate, very easily. Every veto. Ron Paul, you are needed in Congress. I am needed, truthfully. Now, I would love to have either Donald Trump or Sarah Palin as my vice president candidate. That has not been selected. The person I had, and I had it rolling out because another party tried to take over the Constitutionist party, and I took it with me. They fell for it. I wouldn't. Truth of the matter is, yes, I, James Dennis Crivo, JD, JDC, JD Crivo, all that is me. And yes, I am a very serious presidential candidate for the election of 2012. I need a very serious vice president. One who believes in this nation, believes in small government, believes our budget needs to be reduced drastically, believes the American people come first and foremost, and that everything we do will be weighed against the American people before we do anything. One who listens to the American people. Though we may have ideas, the people of this country is the ones who matter. It's their ideas, their voice, that we must bring to Washington, D.C., not ours. And that is one thing that will be done. So yes, everyone, James D. Crivo is a presidential candidate for 2012. This time, we're going to win. But, like Obama said, it's going to cost money. And unless you people this time start contributing, and you can find that page, all you need to do is to go to www.theconstitutionistparty.com, and there is a link there to go to contribute. But if you don't want to do that, you can also go to www.pleasecontribute.com/3531. So actually there's two ways you can get there. Do not believe anything about me not running. Do not believe anything about me ever supporting Obama. I cannot support him. I have no respect for the individual whatsoever. That's why his name is always and will always be in small letters. I do mine in small letters because I consider myself equal to you, the people, and no better. I do him in small letters because he does not deserve the respect of a capital letter. Understand that. I do things for a reason. We are not change. We are the new direction. The patriotic direction. The direction that everybody else seems to want, but don't seem to stand up strong enough to say it. The news media already has started with its lies, totally ignoring me again. But Obama's okay. But we're going to win this time, people. We're going to throw a shock like the world has never seen. But it's only going to happen with you. And yes, I am a very serious presidential candidate for 2012. Thank you. This is JD.